I'm here with Sergeant Yost from the Wauconda Police Department. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
You have a rather unique vehicle here. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, it's a rolling tribute to the September 11th attack on the Twin Towers in New York City. And myself and a local businessman in Wauconda, that's Tom Goyette of TG Signs, put our heads together about January of this year and thought, how can we commemorate this event and pay tribute to the folks who died on that day? And we thought, let's make it a rolling tribute. And so I approached the chief of Wauconda Police, and he told me that I have two stipulations. One, that it can't cost the taxpayers any money, and two, that it has to remain a working police vehicle. So my first order of business was to go out and find if there was some public interest and people wanting to make donations. So Tom and I figured out about what it might cost us, and then I went out to one of our local civic groups and made a pitch to them and said, would this be something you might be interested in donating to? And I was hoping to get a kind of a specific amount, and I got about $250 pledge from the civic organization. And between the civic organization and some of the members present, I walked out of there with pledges for $1,100. So I knew on the spot that I wasn't going to have a very difficult time raising funds for the project.
You still would have a little bit of a challenge ahead of you, because I know for a fact that it's several $1,000s to do a full body wrap like this.
That is correct. Mr. Goyette from TG Signs was kind enough to discount most of his labor, but the materials we still needed to pay for because he couldn't take a loss on the materials. And you're correct, it's several $1,000s. We did get donations, and occasionally we still get somebody who sees it and wants to write us a check and just mails a check to the Wauconda Police Department because they wanted to be part of that. And anything that we get that's over, we're sending to one of the established 911 funds in New York. But it's been a real positive publicity thing. We know that we wanted to have people remember what happened then, and we wanted to help educate people then. And this car is set up to do just that, to help educate people as to what happened.
There's a significance to each one of the panels I noticed on it. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's true. For example, here on the passenger front fender here, this was Flight 177. That was the second aircraft that crashed into the Twin Towers. And all the people that perished on that aircraft are listed right here on that fender.
What's on the, this is on the right fender.
On the right fender. On the left fender is Flight 111, which was the first plane that crashed into the Twin Towers, and all the people that perished on that flight are listed on that fender. And on the rear window here on the passenger side is Flight 175. That's a plane that crashed into the Pentagon. And all those people that died there are listed on that window. And on the driver's side rear window is Flight 93, and all the people who died there are listed on that window. Which leaves the hood and the trunk, and all the people who died in the Twin Towers are listed in those locations. So all 2,976 people, I know that's a large number, but all 2,976 people that died that day are listed on this vehicle. They're all memorialized here. And even on the back window, there's a scene of the first memorial at Ground Zero with the twin lights that shine up into the sky. And even on the roof of the car, the the famous shot of the fireman holding the flag at ground zero that was made into a stamp is on the roof of the car. So every little part of the car here, across the rocker panels underneath, are all 5 branches of the service. Behind each rear wheel are listed the New York City Police Department, New York City Fire Department, and the New York Port Authority Police Department. So we tried to recognize everybody that was involved on that day. And we even had, as an aside, a gentleman that's here today come to me and point out that he has a cousin, and he found his name right on the back trunk lid there, which was pretty emotional. So we feel like, or I feel like, that we really did it justice, that somebody can come and do that.
You need to have a feeling of accomplishment with getting this done.
I do. I tell you, every time I talk about it, it gets a little bit emotional for me because this was really a labor of love. It took a while, but I'm proud of it, and I want other people to be proud of it as well.
Well, we're glad you're at the show here today. It's really a work of art. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.